Hello, class. Welcome back to your third day of AP Classroom. I, of course, am your teacher, Eli, here with my TA.
Cody.
Let's get started. I couldn't remember
Wow.
how to start that.
Yeah, that was a little.
I'm gonna be honest.
I could tell that was a little waiting a
Throwing
little
over
bit
you.
long on that one. It's to keep them on the edge of their seat, keep them in
Yeah,
suspense.
yeah. Cody,
Yes.
I would like to start this episode off with an apology.
You're finally letting me do the Cody cut.
No,
All right, let's hear
the
it.
Cody episode isn't happening. No. Um, listening back to our first two episodes, I realized I kind of just steamroll you a lot, and I don't mean to.
Listen, man. Whatever works, works. I wouldn't be too concerned about it. I forgive you.
Wow, that was resolved a lot quicker than I thought.
Yeah, that was one of your topics, wasn't it?
No, it was actually wasn't. That was just something I had to start off the episode with.
I just hear you like cross something off a paper real fast, like damn.
Well, there goes one.
Four more.
Just a heads up. Just for a heads up for today, Cody said all of his topics are really dark and depressing.
No,
so
I
don't
did
wanna
not.
watch
I did not say that.
that. So just strap in. This is gonna be a really
No,
sad episode.
it's
'cause
not a
Cody
sad
wanted
episode.
to,
No, it's not.
and
The last
I have to
episode
appeal
will
to
be
his-
more depressing. I guarantee.
All right, you have more topics than I do. So do you want to start
All right, let me start off with
with the
just
depressing one?
It's the most serious one. It's not one. None of them are depressing, Eli. It's the most serious one. So yesterday, I was on Twitter.com, and I encountered the Twitter of an actor, and that actor was unfortunately Rob Schneider. Now, are you aware of what Rob Schneider's been up to?
Recently, no. I was trying to remember who Rob Schneider was, but yeah.
He's one of the
he was in
Adam Sandler
Grown Ups.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Grown Ups 1, not 2.
Now, I did not know this, but for the past, decade, he has been on a virulent anti-vax campaign.
Wait, really?
Really.
Wow.
His entire Twitter reads like an absolutely insane person's ramblings. And the reason I found out about his Twitter, the reason why I was even close to his Twitter, because he has like a new project coming out with John Cleese of Monty Python fame.
I'm a big fan.
Oh no.
John Cleese.
You're not gonna like what I have to say next.
Don't ruin John Cleese for me.
Listen, John Cleese ruined himself, okay?
Ever since Shrek, it all started going downhill.
Do you not know about this? Like, okay, he's not like an anti-vaxxer lunatic, but he was real buddy with J.K. Rowling during her original big essay about trans people. If you remember
Who
that?
are we talking about right now?
John Cleese.
Oh, was he really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, god damn
He
it.
said some real transphobic stuff in the past. Yeah. But, it's kind of appropriate that those two are working together.
Yeah.
But that got me thinking about just, you hear about cancel culture all the time. Like, I'm pretty sure I've heard about cancel culture more than I've seen people canceled.
Yes.
But it got me thinking about, what's the application, form for canceling people? Because, it seems like clearly Rob Schneider's not getting canceled or anything. But, if anyone should be, you think it would be him.
I don't think. Well, wait, I'm not informed on the whole subject. What is he saying about vaccinations?
I know a while ago, because I read through his vaccine opinion history. I know a while ago he was saying that they cause autism. Nice.
God, that was the
Um,
one thing I didn't want him to say.
I know there's a famous clip of him going, "They're against the Nuremberg trials," or something like that.
The
Um,
what?
the Nuremberg trials. It was like the trials they held after World War II. It's not related to vaccines, as far as I'm aware. Um, but oh yeah, so he also. I mean, I could like the whole thing. He doesn't like Fauci, obviously. Um, yep. Yeah, he doesn't like Fauci. He doesn't like vaccines at all. He doesn't like. He was freaking out that there were some laws in California a while ago that made it for vaccine invention, vaccine exemptions harder to get. He tweeted a picture of children social distancing in a classroom, and it just says child abuse. He retweeted that.
Sorry, that's not funny, but that's pretty funny.
Yeah, like all of them are
Wow.
like a bunch of them are like awful impact font Facebook memes.
Oh,
Um,
come on. Rob.
y-
Rob.
yeah, but it makes me think like what's the how does Twitter decide who gets canceled? Like, because here's the thing, and I should make my opinion on cancel culture pretty clear currently. I'm I'm okay with people facing the consequences of their actions. However, I think judging people on past behavior that they're not exhibiting anymore is pretty ridiculous. Like, it's the people that like Rob Schneider that continuously. His last tweet about it was today, like that continuously uh, espouse harmful beliefs. Like you'd think it was those people that you'd want to prevent from reaching a public audience.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, well, I think cancel culture is stupid because it's such a broad range of like either like you're a Nazi or you said like one semi like maybe homophobic joke 10 years ago, and both of those are deemed equals and should both be punished exactly the same.
Yeah, and I think
I'm like,
by canceling people that have not done egregious stuff or have not done egregious stuff like recently, it kind of takes away from the people like Rob Schneider that are legitimately perpetuating harmful information.
I'm so mad Ellen's a thing.
Like as the I'm still mad Ellen is a thing. Just what? Like
Like,
that
okay,
she has a
she's like
show?
she's been yeah, that she's still like
Yeah,
popular
okay. Okay.
because
Yeah, I agree.
she's been awful for like years and people just knew about it but no one said anything. And then like during the pandemic, like halfway through, not halfway through, we're still in it, but like towards the beginning, it came out again, and a bunch of people got mad at her. And now she's back on TV with a bunch of celebrities. I'm like, come on, guys, really?
Yeah, it's insane. Um, See, the thing is, I don't have a problem with people holding incorrect or harmful beliefs in the past. I think to
Yeah, if
expect
they
every
fix them.
yeah. See, the thing is, in the past, I'm sure I know for a fact I've held incorrect and legitimately harmful beliefs.
Oh
The
yeah, everyone knows.
I mean, yeah, when you grow up in, with a steady diet of SJW wrecked cringe compilations, it's not great for forming your political views. So I'm sure I've held some legitimately harmful beliefs in the past. The difference is, one, I was in middle school, and two, I'm not saying it today, Rob Schneider.
Also, it's like once you become that famous, like you have a responsibility. Like if you become famous, like I don't know, we're not famous, but like I feel like you have that obligation to like watch what you say even more. Where it's like if this is some random like 40-year-old spouting this nonsense, well, I don't know how old Rob Schneider is, but it's like
Too old.
yeah, yeah, he's too old. He's definitely not 40. Then I would be like, whatever, just let them be. But the fact that he's Rob Schneider and how popular he is, I was like, come on.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like nobody was listening to me in middle school. I didn't have
I'm
any
about to
say in
say,
anything. I didn't have a public audience.
yeah. Like when yeah, when you become like famous and then you start like sharing those beliefs
Yeah.
and you realize that there's and like you, God,
But
like
he's
I
an
don't want to bully
adult.
anyone for having.
He has no excuse. He has no excuse for not educating himself on this stuff. He is an adult. He know like come on. Come on.
Yeah, I got like. Of course, everyone's free to have their own beliefs, but it's like when stuff comes to, like vaccinations, I'm like, really? Like at this point, like it's the ratio is like 1,000 to 1 on like why vaccinations are good versus why they aren't, and that like one bad thing
It's
probably isn't
way
even
more
real.
than that. Like there's nothing that says there's no medical document that says vaccinations aren't good other than the one that was published that everyone cites that the doctor got his career just destroyed out of existence for publishing and the paper it was published in rescinded it.
Um, yeah, God, Rob, what are you doing?
What are you doing,
This
Rob?
this is the reason. This is one of the reasons I hate social media because you can't like anyone anymore
No,
because
the
they're all
thing
just
is,
bad.
well, I think it's a double-edged sword because at the same time, at least his rampant bullshittery can be called out right in the replies.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Like, and that's the good thing about social media. There's nothing stopping me from
Yeah.
directly roasting Rob Schneider to his face and him seeing it. Like, I could tweet, he could read me my message of me bullying him. Now, I'm not advocating bullying Rob Schneider. Wink, wink. I'm just saying, if you were to bully him in his replies, he would probably read it. Wink,
Yeah.
wink.
Oh, on it. This might segue into something.
Nice.
This is something you told me about that UK Burger King tweet.
Dude,
That
they
was.
deleted it now.
I know. I checked the next day. Well, I
Mm-hmm.
remember you told me about it, and I went to go read it. For those of you who don't know, the UK Burger King Twitter account tweeted out "Women belong in the kitchen,"
On
and then followed
International
up.
Women's Day.
Yeah, on that made it even worse. And
Mm-hmm.
then they're like, and they like replied to it by themselves, being like, no, no, like don't worry, we're talking about how like there's not enough women in the kitchen in like the professional field, and we're really trying to advocate for them. Everyone was like, okay, maybe don't clickbait people by using a real problem like misogyny. And everyone's like, "Do you not see a problem with this?" And Burger King was like, "What? A problem with advocating for women's rights?" And
Yeah,
everyone's like, "What are you talking
KFC.
about?"
The KFC account
KFC was
told them
like,
to delete
"God."
it. The KFC account told them to delete it, and they doubled down. They're like, nah. And they responded to the KFC account like, no, this is an important issue. It's deleted now,
Then
and they issued an apology.
I remember like, it was you told me that like at the beginning of the day. I remember all through the day I was checking social media and no one was talking about it for like a few hours. And I was like, just do people just not know? Then it started popping up,
Yeah,
and then
it
they
blew
deleted it.
up a little after it was posted.
That was such a mental like Burger King UK.
Yeah, just
So weird.
they- hold on. Who's behind Burger King UK? Takes the mask off. John Cleese.
Oh, God damn it. But that was the weirdest. I never thought Burger King UK would be tweeted. I didn't even know Burger King UK had a Twitter.
I didn't either. And now we do, so marketing successful.
But yeah, I think the funniest were not that it wasn't funny, but it was pretty like sorry. How they doubled down on it so hard. Then as soon as like news started talking about it, they're like, no, wait, no, we didn't mean it, and everyone was like, we've been telling you this.
Yeah, it should not have been like a now we've realized this is bad. It should have been like an obviously this has been bad.
Like, where did they even go from that? Have they tweeted anything since? I know they tweeted a reply being like, we understand that like
Yeah. I'm
we're
guessing
wrong.
the doubling down ended when that entire team was fired and the new tweet was from like the social media manager of a different, like of the US Twitter account or something.
Just being like, I'm so sorry. No, this is why we won the war.
What?
This is why we won the war.
What war?
The revolution.
Uh, the oh, well, I just didn't. I thought you meant the war between Burger King, and also I was not ready for a Revolutionary War reference.
Dude, it's been a week. Okay, I can't.
Yeah, what's been going on this week for you?
I took a break from social media, which has drastically helped. But like, I don't know, I just have a lot of paperwork to do. Which like,
All right, so
I
listen.
shouldn't.
I know you took a break from social media, and for context, the primary way Eli and I message each other was through Instagram DMs. So the just you know the boys chat, Eli.
Yeah, we have a group chat with boys with our friends Matt and Kate.
They'll be on the podcast soon. Matt will be on next episode.
Oh, Matt will be on the next episode. Have we told
Yes,
him that yet?
yes, he knows.
Oh, that's like that'd be funny if we
Yeah,
didn't,
but
and he
anyway,
wouldn't want
yeah,
to
the
listen.
boys consists of me, Eli, Kate, and Matt. Um, so you should do yourself a favor, like go back. I mean, there's tons of stuff in that channel, but go back just to the messages right after the ones you announced that you were leaving, or like right the day that you left social media, and just read through those. They're great.
Sorry. Side note: is it snowing outside
No,
your window?
hold on, let me check.
Sorry, I just looked out my window and I see snow. Bro, it was like 66 degrees 2 days ago.
It's not snowing outside my window.
Really? Maybe it's coming your way.
Oh no.
Dude, this is what sucks about living in New England. One day it's 66 degrees, the next it's like -20.
Oh, by the way, Eli, I have just received feedback on our last episode
From who?
from Kate. Look at that. We're plugging everybody. She'll be on eventually as well, and she'll be ecstatic to hear that because we keep joking that we're not going to have her on, but we will.
Kate's from the CP class, for those of you wondering.
Kate's from the CP. Jesus. Yeah, from the CP podcast. um, she very very much enjoyed the story last week in which you thought that my brother or you thought that my mother coming down the stairs was actually my brother and
Oh,
did your
I don't
best
want to talk about
Sasquatch
that.
impression. She loved it.
Is she listening to it right now?
She just finished listening to it. She's been texting me.
God, that. Well, the thing is, have you met my parents?
Yeah. Mhm.
When?
But like I've never met them. I've never met your mother, I don't think. But like I've talked to your dad when we were at the movies that one time.
Oh
And I
yeah.
think a couple other times.
All right.
Oh, all right. I've never met your sister though.
You haven't met my sister.
We should do it.
Sorry that.
We should do an episode of the podcast where we have two guests and it's my brother and your sister.
We've talked about how much your brother would despise my sister, right?
No?
We've had this conversation before.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait, remind me why he would despise your sister?
they're just complete opposites.
Fair enough.
Like, I can't think of any like. I can't think of anything like distinct, but I just like the feeling of like they would.
Yeah.
She would put up with it until the end, and she'd be like, "I didn't like that guy," and Graham would just straight up say, "Like stop." I just said his name. God damn it.
It's just it's fine, dude. It's fine.
The
I don't.
funniest thing, I was listening to episode 2, and we said his name at one point, and we both didn't catch it, and then we said it later on in the episode, and there's just a bell ringing.
Nice. Like I don't think he'll care. Um,
All right, cool.
what should we move on to another topic? I think we may have reached the end of that track.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
okay. I mean, do
I
you
have
have one?
one.
Yeah, you can go through yours.
So I was watching an Eddie Burback, his latest episode. That was a
Okay, that
sentence.
name sounds so familiar. Who is
Eddie
that?
Burback?
Yeah, I know
He's
who that is, but I can't remember.
he has a mustache. Does a lot of like commentary videos.
Oh, he's a
Like
YouTuber.
TikTok
Okay,
content.
okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
think I know who he is.
And he recently put out a video about a subject I didn't even know existed, and I am despised at.
Okay.
Wait, no, that wasn't correct. Fuck, whatever. Did you know there's just a war going on between millennials and Gen Z, like on TikTok?
Oh, I thought you meant like a war, just on. No, I don't know anything that goes on TikTok.
So, a bunch of literal adults and teenagers are just having a war on there, saying which generation is better, and you can tell some of them genuinely mean it, and it
Oh
is
God.
one of the cringiest things I've ever seen.
Oh no.
Because it's like millennials are like almost 30, aren't they? Or some of them are 30.
Uh, if not 30, pretty close, I think.
Yeah, I was like, why are you like at that age you could have like a mortgage on a house. Why do
Yeah.
you care what a 17-year-old is saying?
Have you
And
seen the
also, oh
I
sorry,
think
go.
I got a little bit of this war bled over when apparently people were trying to cancel Eminem, and there were a lot of really
Okay, I had a question
cringy.
about that.
Hold on. There are a lot of really cringy like Gen Z people doing like freestyles like, "Oh, you're trying to cancel Eminem, you're about to get flamed," and then did like an awful freestyle on TikTok.
Oh, do you mean millennials made the
Yeah,
freestyles?
millennials
Okay.
were upset that people were trying to cancel Eminem.
I saw one of those and I was not a fan. Also, well, this kind of leads into our past topic of like what why are they trying to cancel Eminem?
I mean, like, are you serious?
I guess I can see why.
Like,
Yeah,
are
no,
you
no, no, that's probably a dumb
okay?
question.
Listen. Eminem was getting canceled during the peak of his throughout his entire career. That's kind of his
That is
brand.
true.
In case you forgot.
I did forget, gonna be honest.
Yeah, it's like
I
saying
wasn't at all.
super inflammatory stuff and then getting attention from it. That's kind of his whole thing. So I mean, like it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. It's like, dude,
Was
does
that a
no one have anything
reverse
better to
segue?
do?
Did we just reverse segue? Are we going back?
No, we can.
We can't
Um,
go back. Rob Schneider's back there.
but I just don't understand. Like, does someone have anything better to do? Like, they're children. Okay, we are both in Gen Z,
Yes.
and I'm despised at us. I'm not despised. I'm disgusted.
Why do you keep saying despised at?
I don't know, bro. I have like three words in my vocabulary today.
All right. Yeah. Why? Wait. Who are you? You don't like us?
I don't like either, but I'm more disgusted at us because we're part of it.
I'm not.
I don't like
We're part of a generation. We're not part of this cringy TikTok movement.
we get yeah, but it's the same thing with like millennials think it's all Gen Z, and Gen Z think it's all millennials that think this way. But really, it's just it's just a bunch of millennials who don't want to admit that they're old now, and a bunch of Gen
No,
Zs who
like
want to
it's
act like
not. Like it's not. Like, have you talked to people that are millennials, like, and people that are Gen Z? Most people don't think this way. It's only the people, like a super small minority of people on TikTok. Like, there's no real generational conflict between those two. Like, in the real
yeah,
world.
yeah. It's just a difference in generations. It's literally just a way to map out like statistics and everything.
Yeah, and also it changes. It's changed before, like where the cutoff for different things are.
You know what a zillennial is?
I'm gonna guess not a real thing.
So a bunch of people who were born on the end of the millennial side and born at the beginning of the Gen Z side because I guess they want to feel quirky, call themselves zillennials. I'm
That's
like,
not
just
how that works. What?
no. My sister is one of them, and I'm like, no, you're Gen Z. The cutoff was like 1996. You're born in 1998.
Yeah, like that's like being born at like the end of October and being like, actually, I'm a November. That's my birthday. It's like, no, it's not. We have dates for a reason.
No fuck.
Eli, my birthday is now in November, okay? Please stop
So
saying it's in October.
You weren't even born on like the last day.
I
of
wasn't either. I was
October.
on the 29th.
It's just like I don't. I guess it's just a form of another. It's just another form of tribalism, isn't it? Just people like wanting to be part of a group and get mad at another thing that they think is inferior when that in actuality it's just the same.
I'm not going to talk about tribalism. Literally
Very fair. That's
every context I've heard tribalism in recently has not been good. It's been pretty yikesy
cool.
stuff. So I'm not
Cool.
gonna. But yeah,
We'll drop it there. We'll drop it
pretty,
there.
but it's pretty dumb. Just in general, like the whole
It's pretty dumb.
Gen Zillennials thing. That's very. I don't. Yeah.
The only way I support like making fun of another generation is the "Okay Boomer" meme because I still find that funny. Maybe it's old now and maybe I'm cringy. I don't care. I still think it's funny.
Insert the TikTok of the "Okay Boomer" girl.
No, not that. I just like saying it to my parents.
That's relatable. You say that to your parents?
I say it to my parents like daily.
Like to this day, as of March 14th, 2021, you daily "Okay Boomer" your parents.
Not daily, like weekly. I'm not proud of it. It's just the truth.
Eli.
My dad will go on like boomer rants, so I'm like, okay, shut up.
Boomer
About to say it.
Oh, that's great.
I never said I was proud of it. It's just something that happened.
I mean, fair enough. I have another topic. It's like a 50-50 if we're even gonna try for a segue. I have another topic. Are you familiar? If you're a Wu-Tang fan, you probably have heard about this. Are you aware of what chess boxing is?
I adore chess boxing.
Now,
I challenged my teacher to a chess boxing fight once.
Okay, that's weird. But anyway, if anyone listening is unfamiliar, chess boxing is exactly what it sounds like. It's a combination of playing chess and boxing. It alternates between like a round of boxing and I think like
Isn't
5
it
minutes
2
of
minutes
chess.
each? Oh.
No, I know it's like a round. I think the rules differ, but anyway, it got me thinking. What other great sport combinations could be out there? Now I thought of one that's probably would lead to many injuries, but I like the idea. So hear me out on this one. It's a mix between baseball and dodgeball. It's just baseball. It's just baseball, but if you hit someone in the outfield, or like if you hit like a fielder with the ball, then they're out, and they have to sit on the bench.
I think that happens anyway. I think if you hit someone with a baseball on the outfield, they get out anyway because they'll probably be in critical condition.
What? No. Like they're out of the game. Like they don't get subbed in. There's just less people on the field then.
Wait, so they're not allowed to catch it?
No, they can like dodgeball. They can catch it and then you're out. Which is also like baseball, I guess. Do you have any ideas for sport combinations you'd like to see?
Skydiving basketball might be fun, but it's only a dunk competition.
That would be amazing. Every single like backboard would shatter.
Yeah.
Also your wrist.
Yeah. And
I like that.
That brings up the question: would you have a parachute? Because like that's gonna throw stuff off.
You only ever get one attempt.
So you better make it in.
So you better win. What?
Scuba diving frisbee.
Explain to me how scuba diving frisbee would work, Eli.
Get a fish friend, chuck a frisbee at it. See if it throws
Okay,
it back.
it's the chucking the frisbee underwater, Eli. That's not That would not work. That's not how. What?
Um,
Frisbee golf is an interesting sport. You could find some cool combinations for that. Listen,
oh.
bobsledding and bowling. That would be amazing. Or like you bowl within the toboggan. Like you are the ball essentially. I think that'd be great.
um, Gymnastics and golf.
What?
That's stupid. Never mind. It's such a
What?
bad idea. Mind, dude.
What about golf, but we make it smaller? What do you think?
That's it.
Yeah. Do you like mini golf?
I do like mini golf.
I love mini golf, man. My family and I used to vacation in Ocean City, Maryland. And if you're unaware, Ocean City, Maryland has a ton of mini golf courses.
I did not know that.
Yep. I think my record is like 7 courses in a day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's insane. But as you probably as the listeners are probably well aware at this point, you can probably expect that like most things, like most fun games, I take mini golf way too seriously.
Oh, I do too. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, we should do a in-person AP podcast episode of us doing mini golf, like a little bonus.
Oh, but don't we have to get like filming rights or whatever?
I mean, it's like we could just call like Mulligans or something.
Very true. I always go to Kimball's for mini golfing.
Oh, Kimball's? That's not bad. All of the ones around here are pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say they'd probably let us film. But yeah, so maybe that is happening in the future. We'll do like an after class in person little thing.
Well, we might get another segue, Cody.
Dude, hit me with it, please. I'm ready.
Um, Speaking of special episodes, I had the idea.
Oh, wait, here it
were-
comes. It's gonna happen. I can
It's not
feel
the
it.
Cody episode.
Oh no.
Do you know what the big fat quiz of the year is?
Yeah. I do.
A British thing?
Yep.
I say we get a bunch of our friends on the podcast, and that's how we end the year off. I'll like make a quiz or something. And
so-
we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. We should do that right before the break.
Oh, summer?
No, like before, like in fall. Remember?
Oh, gotcha. Yes.
Yeah. So for anybody confused about that, we plan to take a small. We don't know how long exactly, but it's probably only going to be a few episode break when fall starts because we're both starting college. So we got to focus on other stuff.
As much as I enjoy doing this podcast, college does kind of have to take the front seat.
You're saying this podcast isn't more important than a college education?
Listen, this podcast is free. The most I have to give up is just like an hour of my weekend afternoon. College is like tens of thousands of dollars.
That's true. So yes, we will try for a big fat quiz episode with we'll get all the guests we will have on in that time.
Oh God,
we'll bring them back, and we'll try and do a mini golf episode if you guys want to see that. So I don't know. Leave a comment if you want a mini golf episode. The Cody cut is still in progress, so just if you want a mini golf episode to hold you over, we understand. So just leave a comment about that.
Do you know what's funny about leaving a comment about if they want to see the big fat quiz of the year?
What?
All people that comment are probably just going to be the guests on the episode.
Well, no, I didn't say leave a comment. I mean, we're just doing the quiz of the year thing. Like that just sounds like a good idea. I'm saying like if they want a mini golf episode, because that takes effort. That takes like a lot of effort.
Oh.
Because we got to go out, we got to get filming permission, we got to make sure everything's COVID safe, we got to do all that. So if you really want a mini golf competition between Eli and I, we gotta get someone to film it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure people already know. So we've already confirmed two guests, so they'll definitely be on for the big fat quiz of the podcast. I'm not trying to catch a lawsuit here, Eli. Come on.
Yeah, we need to come up with a name for it.
You know us, never skirting the lines of trademark infringement on this show, the AP Classroom Podcast.
What if what if they want us to stop? Like, what do we rename ourselves?
We don't have an email on, so we don't even have a business email listed, so they'll have to comment. Just delete their comment, Eli.
No. Disable
Genius.
comments. That was weird.
They probably want the Cody cut. I'm just saying.
Probably don't. Oh, we were talking about this, about how when we're listening to the podcast episodes after they go up, or while you're editing them, we'll make jokes, and then we'll our past selves will say that joke 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
Really shows how creative we are.
I know. Like, I mean, that shows why the person you get along with most is yourself. Insert Cody cut reference here.
No. We were talking about the Cody cut episode, and I was like, in my head, I was like, we're going to call it AP Cody, and then I went, we'll call it AP Cody, and I was like,
yeah, I do the same exact thing while I'm editing it.
All right, you got another topic?
I do have another topic. Eli, how easily annoyed are you, would you say?
That honestly depends on the person. I would normally say I'm pretty easy. I'm very easy to annoy.
I think just going throughout your day, just on a standard average day, I think you're pretty easygoing. I think
also,
there's certain people or things that kind of push your buttons, but other than that, I think you're pretty easygoing.
Clive.
It's been a while since we mentioned Clive. I like it.
It's been an episode.
That's it's been almost 2 hours of content since we mentioned Clive. Probably over 2 hours of content since we mentioned.
No, we mentioned him in the second episode. We mentioned how Matt thought we were saying Pive.
Oh shoot. Well, now the timer reset. Whatever. But my point is, you're pretty easygoing. So I'm just curious, and I'm more easygoing these days. But I was just thinking of what are everyday small things that really annoy you, more than they should.
Well, in the before times, when we were in school, people who just walked slowly.
I 100% agree, dude. I'm mad just hearing that.
Half the hallway. I hate people who are walking 3 across and they're walking at 0.5 miles per hour.
No. You want to know who the worst are? It's the people who stop walking at the top of the stairs.
And it's always during the transition between classes. I'm like, move.
Yeah.
And I'm a big guy too, so if I just bump into them, they're gonna be like, "Why are you attacking me?" I'm like, "I didn't. I'm just trying to get to class."
It takes every fiber of my being not to want to kick those people down the stairs. Just keep walking.
Yeah, slow walkers are something that annoys me so much.
To be fair, we are also from Massachusetts. It's very fast paced. Have you walked around
how our drivers
Boston?
Yeah. I love how our drivers have a nickname.
Yeah. It's an appropriate one too.
Yeah. And if you travel outside of here, people are just kind of nice on the road. I'm like, what
dude, I
went to Pennsylvania once.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The contrast between drivers in Boston or Massachusetts in general and drivers in Pennsylvania that's insane. The difference.
Pennsylvania, sponsor us.
The state of Pennsylvania, please sponsor us.
My favorite story about massholes is I was once in Boston it was my family and my friend's family, and we're going to the aquarium, I believe.
Dude, Boston
This one
Aquarium,
lady.
nice. Sponsor us,
Oh,
Boston
lit.
Aquarium, please.
That should be our goal to get the weirdest, most obscure sponsors
That
ever.
would be
First,
amazing.
we need to get a sponsor, but
No, no, no. We only can have weird sponsors. So Massachusetts or like Boston Aquarium, I forget, or no, it's New England Aquarium, I think is the official
it
name.
is New England Fair. Yeah,
So you're great. We'll do an episode there. We'll do an after class episode, like the mini golf.
we'll
We'll do
do it
one
with a
there.
sea creature. We'll do it with a dolphin. I don't care. I just want to be
Yeah, dude.
sponsored by
Yeah,
it.
we'll have a. That'll be our guest. We'll have a sea creature on. So that's we don't even want money. Just let us
Just let us
record
in.
with a sea creature. Yeah.
If it was like
So
season passes or something, well,
I
that's
don't
all the
even.
conversation we
We'll
do.
pay. Sure, we'll pay. Just let us record with a sea creature. Anyway, continue. We will get the weirdest sponsors. I'll make sure.
I'm not gonna lie. What was I talking? Oh yeah. So we were just walking. I think I was like 10 or something, and there was this lady like trying to back up or something, and she was yelling at the guy in front of her who was just trying to like get by. And then there was like there was a guy on the sidewalk being like telling her like, "Hey, you can just like back up a little more." And she turns on and goes, "Was I fucking talking to you? Shut up!" And I was like, "Oh my god."
That's very Boston. Yeah, that's yeah. I
It was
that's just
so funny.
like if you're like that's such an average occurrence. Like that's not
Yeah.
average occurrence, but it's not surprising. Um
Back then it was surprising because I'd never experienced that before, but now I
yeah.
find it hilarious.
Like I'm sure if, if you're like from like Kansas or something listening to this for whatever reason because you heard our sponsor from like the Kansas like town hall or something that is incredibly shocking, but yeah, it's kind of just like expected.
Yeah. This also has to do with driving. I hate when people just don't use their turn signals. I know you don't experience this as much because you don't drive,
That is true. I choose
but
not to drive.
I forget. I was driving my sister on the highway the other day. I wasn't driving her. I was.
So there I was, driving my sister down the highway.
Going 80 miles down.
She's giving me like a piggyback ride, just running down the highway.
Going 80 down 495 south. No. We were in my car.
Just swerving all over the place.
There was this one guy who like he he would need to go into the exit lane and he didn't turn his blinker on, and
Nice.
also some like Jason Bourne thing of like the smallest like entrance between two cars he could make, he did. And you can see the guy behind him who he cut off got mad, and I was mad, and I didn't even experience it.
Nice.
Do you have any minor inconveniences that annoy
Dude,
you?
the thing you said about stopping in the hallway, 100% correct. Like that's absolutely right. Also, I don't. So I used to work in a grocery store, and I don't anymore. I haven't for years, and I didn't even work there for that long. But the
Not
thing
sure.
that the thing that annoys me so much, and even now, probably more now, is that like when somebody just like when I'm even when I'm at a grocery store like in line and they like treat just treating like minimum wage employees or pretty much any employee poorly. I
Oh
just
my god.
it's insanely annoying. Like
Yeah.
even if they mess up, if you like give minimum wage employees a hard time, you're just actually a bad person. Like I don't care.
Yeah. And especially like I didn't know minimum wage like differed from state to state. We learned about this in AP Gov. We had discussion about it. How like what's like the one of the poorest states in America? No, it's like the poorest state. I forget which one it is. Missouri? Maybe?
I don't know.
I forget. But basically like their minimum wage is $7.50 an hour. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, if you're getting paid $7.50 an hour, don't take shit from anybody because you just like
Yeah, that's the
they
thing.
don't need that, man.
Like, and especially like we have friends, a lot of friends, obviously, because we're in high school, so we have a lot of like friends that work
Yeah,
in
yeah,
food service or retail or something like that. The amount of stories they have of these people being so rude, it's like, one, they're a minimum wage high school student. Like, are you joking? Like, really? You're giving them a hard time.
yeah. God, I don't know, man. It's like I don't even know how they get like what went wrong in your life to have to like take your anger out on just not a middle school, but like a high school student.
Yeah. See, the thing is, like, the excuse of, like, oh, they're having a bad day, never once. I could be having the worst day of my life, and it's never once occurred to me to take it out on a Dunkin' Donuts cashier.
Yeah, like they give you a receipt for a reason. It's so you can be like, oh hey, you messed up my order. And like, oh okay, just let me fix that for you.
Yeah, also, like, like, fast food places are notorious for messing up people's orders. Just go, like, take another lap around the building, or just walk back up to the counter. And, just, it's pretty easy to fix. Like, just calm down.
Yeah. I, like, do you know how many times I say thank you to a waiter?
I mean,
Like when I'm out
like,
to eat, I
it
say
should.
thank you like upwards of 10 times.
I mean, like, I just, anytime, like, a waiter does something, or, like, a cashier just does something for you, I say thank you.
But
Like,
like,
is that, the
but
fact that that is not people's immediate inclination to do that is kind of absurd to me.
I know we were out to eat the other day, and I asked for a refill on water, and she said, "Yeah, sure." So she grabbed a pitcher, grabbed my cup, and I said, "Thank you," and then put it down. And I said, "Thank you" again. I was like,
Okay, but, like,
some people can't even do it once.
listen, I guarantee you, she was like, not, she wasn't like, oh, that's weird, say thank you twice. She's, glad that you're grateful. Yeah,
Yeah.
just the fact that some people can't even do it once is very, very disheartening. I think there should be, like, a person I think, like, these businesses that hire a lot of minimum wage workers that deal with customers directly should have bouncers. Like, you're giving this, like, like, the 16-year-old at the Dunkin' Donuts register a hard time. They, like, look over at the bouncer, and the bouncer just, like, grabs you and throws you out. That'd be great. They should have that.
Okay, sorry. I need to go back to this. Please look out your window again, because it is now
Hold
like
on.
a
Okay.
flurry.
Let me look out my window again.
It's snowing so hard where I am. We don't live that far away. We live like 10 minutes from each other.
Oh my god, it just started snowing. I hate you. Why did you point that out to me?
Is it not snowing like hard for you?
It looks like it just started. It's coming down pretty fast though.
Oh. uh, do you want to continue this gratefulness conversation, or do you want to move on?
Uh I'm ready to move on if you are. We can do like
This
one
isn't
more
even
like
like
we could do like one more longish one.
all right, cool, but this isn't even like a topic. This is just me annoying my friend. You want to hear
Let's
about
hear
it?
it. Yeah.
Um,
So we started this
so me
podcast.
and my co-host is such an asshole. Um, so do you know who like Dylan O'Brien is?
Is that a person we know?
No.
Is it not? Is it a
He's a,
famous person?
it is. He's an actor.
Oh no, it sounded like a familiar name, which is why I thought we knew him.
Yeah, no, he's an actor, and he's like one of those like teen heartthrob actors. He's
Oh,
very
okay.
good. No, like he's not like Noah Centineo. Like he actually
What
knows what
was
he's doing.
what was he in?
Um, all right, you
What?
ready to lose me? He,
What was he in? Eli? No, no. Oh God!
he-
I swear to God, wait for the Lewis episode if it's what I think it is.
what do you think it is?
I'm not saying it.
He was in The Maze Runner. Something was just thrown. Cody, Cody, Cody despises the Maze Runner. I forget. I don't think he likes the book or the movie. Cody, please, I can't do this on my own. All right, here. Oh fuck. I'll just continue telling the story. Um, one of my friends, she's like obsessed with Dylan O'Brien, and I continuously make the joke that he was in the Percy Jackson movies, and that's Logan Learman, I think his name is, or something. Um, Cody.
I'm back.
Okay, did you hear any of that?
I heard all of it.
Okay, are you okay, bud?
Let's just wrap it up, man. This is the last segment, man. Come on.
Oh, I didn't want to end it on this. This is just a quick
This is
little
the
story.
last. Let me rephrase. This is the last segment ever.
Okay, so yeah, Dylan O'Brien. Me and my friend got into this altercation because she adores him. I think I keep making the joke that he was in Percy Jackson, and so she sent me a gif of him saying "Shut up," and I said, "Don't use Percy Jackson against me." And she just got mad at me again, and she sent me a picture of him like in the maze or another gif. I don't know. And I was like, "Oh, there's definitely water in that maze, so it's Percy Jackson." Like the loosest correlation. And she's getting legitimately mad at me at this point. She goes, "There's, it's not water, it's a maze." And then I respond with, "I'm sure there's water somewhere in it." No, there isn't. It's a maze. How is there going to be water in it? I
What?
bet on my life that there's water somewhere in that maze. Well, have fun dying then, I guess. You're really going to tell me that there isn't any water in that whole maze? Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you. That's just a stupid movie if you're right. Why would there be water in a maze? Because how are they expected to leave if there's no water to survive? They get it from the glade. Is that in the maze? No. Then where is it? The maze surrounds the glade. It's different. So you could say it's inside it. I guess you could say it's in the center, but there's no body of water. She is dodging the question.
Where's the water? Wait, what's her name?
It's Allison.
Listen here.
A blonde one.
There's got. Thank you. There's gotta be. I was like, okay, all right, okay. There's water in that maze. 100%. You want to know how I know that?
Oh.
Because Dylan O'Brien's in that maze. You want to know what Dylan O'Brien consists partially of?
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going.
I'm sorry?
Never mind,
The
keep
joke I
going.
was going to
Keep
make
going.
is that
No,
humans are
keep
made
going,
of
keep going.
water. 70% water. He's in the maze, therefore there's water in the maze. I'm here. No. Where did you think I was going?
No, we're not going anywhere with that. No, that's the end of that.
Oh.
No one will ever know what that is.
I'm just assuming the worst.
So yeah, that's a conversation we've been having for upwards of 3 days now, of me just saying there has to be water in it, and her being adamant that there isn't.
You should tag me in. I'll pull out the biologist perspective.
I will use that though. I will.
Thank you. Please cite me in APA format.
I'm not gonna do that. I will
Please
cite you.
me.
But
Yes, cite me in text citation, please.
So I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up because I just looked at my phone and she just responded. So I thought that was funny.
Speaking of citing, I think somebody should cite this podcast on an official school assignment at some point.
Oh my god, I would be so happy.
Yeah, so right now, if you're listening to this, cite any episode of this podcast in a school assignment, and send us a picture of it. We will absolutely do something for you. We'll have you on or something if you cite AP Classroom Podcast in like an official bibliography.
Bro, you can get an entire episode to yourself. We don't care. Like,
Yeah,
first
we'll send
person
you
to
like
do
a
it,
T-shirt or something. We'll hook you up. Listen, just do it.
we will
that
get
way.
you on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll be on the podcast. We'll have a whole episode. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. just
You can come up with
cite
all the
one of these
topics. We'll just be
episodes.
here.
Yeah.
And send us
Yeah.
proof.
So, yeah. So, when you're listening to this, we'll have the official email, business email on our about page on our YouTube channel. So go to that email and just send us like a picture of the bibliography, or something. Or maybe you're failing grade after your teacher clicks on the link.
If you pass, if you either get an A or an F on the assignment, we'll give you something extra.
Yeah. Because then at least you've either managed to sneak it by successfully, or we're fully committed.
And this has to be on an AP assignment.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be on an AP
Yes, it
assignment.
does.
No, it does not,
No,
Eli.
I want someone to lose their like honors
No,
level.
if you cite it, no. If you cite it on any assignment for a
fine.
real class that you've turned in, you're good. You could get a whole episode. Again, bonus points if you get an A or an F, and even more bonus points if it's an AP assignment. You might just replace one of us on the show if you do
I
that.
was supposed to say, if it's an AP assignment and you get an A or an F, you can just have it. We have the whole podcast.
Yeah, you can. We'll just email you back
all
the
four
password.
Of our subscribers. All four of our subscribers. Just you can have it.
Well, Eli, I think it might be a good place to wrap it up with that. With that, we're throwing down the gauntlet on that one.
Oh, I want, for your sake, I just sent her your quote. I just said Dylan O'Brien is in it, and humans are 70% water. Cody, and she hasn't responded yet, so I think we won.
Yeah. Just like we'll check in. We'll check in with the
Next week.
or you can do those like shorts on YouTube, right? Like the little, like kind of like story type thing. Who knows? Maybe we'll do one of those of us briefly updating you about my Maze Runner argument. I hate the fact that that'll be a Maze Runner video on this channel, but
That's gonna be a topic after the Matt episode.
it's like
about,
a recurring
you can go on a whole. You can go on a whole spiel about your.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about Maze Runner. I don't want to go on a spiel about it. All right. Do you want me to wrap this one up, or do you want to?
Oh, I got it. Here, we'll alternate. All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We hope you had a great time. Make sure to like, follow, comment, subscribe, all the shiz. And please, we hope you'll see you next time on AP Classroom. See ya.
The Cody cut will be released
It's not
before
no.
episode 6. I guarantee you it will be.
I just did
promise.
an amazing outro and you're ruining it.
It will be released before episode 6.
No, stop ruining my outro.
Thank you, goodbye.